don't really talk about us. Now they don't really talk about love. Honestly, they ain't never seen too much. What's love to a guy with a bag? What's heart to a guy with some cash? What's pain to a guy that's mad? Said. What's broke to a guy with a mask? What's both to a guy with a plan? I just wanna kick it, that's all I ask. Like, let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain.
Today, from M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland, Randy Bullock to kick off for Cincinnati is the National Football League.
Returning it, Justice Hill. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29. Now we get our first peek at the Ravens offense, and at the helm, of course, the most valuable player of the NFL in 2019, Lamar Jackson.
We've had dual-threat quarterbacks in the NFL in the past, and we've had some really good ones, but I don't know if we've had one quite like Lamar Jackson. Led the league in touchdown pass with 36 last season, set the all-time record for rushing yards in a single season for a quarterback at over 1,200 yards, and he led his Baltimore Ravens to a 14-2 regular season mark. Best in the NFL. The sky is the limit for Lamar Jackson.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Partner, I know we're in the era of the mobile quarterback, but there's still an element of surprise when that physician keeps the football, and what a nice gain on that play.
He's going to keep it again. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 41. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two short. Guy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. Well, we've seen Jackson already have success in the first half running the football, and he gets good yardage on the ground again there. I mean, I know it's a 64,000. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Well, Lamar Jackson remembers 7 rushing touchdowns in his MVP season of 2019, and he's into the end zone here as well.
And when you hear that 7 rushing touchdowns in 2019, doesn't it surprise you a little bit?
Yeah, you almost expect more, right?
Yeah, in your mind you're thinking Lamar Jackson got in the end zone a bunch more. That might be what he does in 2020.
Taken in the end zone. And Wilson is perfectly content to bring this out to the 25. A touchback. The Bengals set and ready to go on offense, leading the charge out of LSU. Joe Burrow, the #1 overall pick back in April.
And when you talk about the traits that make Joe Burrow successful, you got to start with this guy thinks the game, sees the game, loves the game. Then you go to the arm. He can make every throw. And then within a play, 2nd and 3rd reaction plays that are big ones downfield. That was why he won the Heisman Trophy, and that was why I voted for him, in addition to him winning a national championship.
Over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to get that ball to Auden Tate, and it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And now another one thrown incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
3 plays and out.
Punting now is Huber as he sends it away. It'll be called just a 22-yard punt. Certainly not what he wanted. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game, because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
50-yard line.
From midfield now, here's Jackson, forced out to his left. Now he'll pull it down. The quick feet by Jackson. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. Well, another fine run right there for Lamar Jackson, and CD, that one puts him over 100 yards now for the ball game.
And remember when all we talked about were 100-yard games from running backs? That when a quarterback did it was a surprise? With Lamar Jackson, that's part of the package as well. He'll have as many 100-yard games in the season as the top running backs in the league.
So the lanes continue to be there for Lamar Jackson to run that football. his second touchdown run of the game.
You know what I would like? I'd like for us to be able to go into a defense's room after playing Lamar Jackson and watch the tape and see how much of a lane was really there and how...
Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. Man open left side is Brown. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. And that's something you almost never see nowadays. When you fake it... You're at the 15-yard line on a PAT as opposed to just going for it from the 2.
I'm sorry. I know they got it, and congratulations to them, but it's just not a good play. I mean, the risk reward is really off the charts. Not in your favor. Run your offense out there. Put it on the 2-yard line if you want to go for 2. But I'll be darned. They ended up getting that one, didn't they?
Here comes the offense again for Cincinnati. The Bengals 1-3-1 now following a 27-3 loss to division rival Baltimore Week 5. And Joe Burrow, coming off that string of 3 straight 300-yard games, looked more like a rookie in this one. Threw for under 200, was sacked 7 times. The offense also punted 7 times. They could not find the end zone. And CD, they look so good through some of the... Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown.
Touchdown, Ravens.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already.
Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And Wilson is perfectly content to bring this out to the 25, a touchback. And here again comes the rookie Joe Burrow and the rest of the Bengals offense. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Tyler Boyd, the former Pitt Panther, was the target, but it's going to be 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. A first carry for the former Oklahoma Sooner, Joe Mixon. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short. So it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
At the 35-yard line. A gain of 10 brings up 3rd and inches.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
They'll try and run it. Nifty footwork at the 45. They find some open field here. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
On that play, as you saw the route start to develop downfield, I got the sense that maybe the run would set up for him. And he took full advantage of it and got a big gain on a busted play.
That ain't ready for us.
And it's 6 points for the Baltimore Ravens.
So this is something... We saw often during his MVP season of 2019. He's going to set up to throw. Doesn't like anything he sees downfield and takes off and goes. So even though you know it's coming, the trick is still finding a way to tackle him in the open field. Not many people are going to get Lamar Jackson down when he has space.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Fielded in the end zone. And Wilson is perfectly content to bring this out to the 25. A touchback.
25-yard line.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance. To do it right.
Gain of a yard.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. A toss left, Mixon. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Taken down.
No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
3rd down.
On 3rd down, Burrow. That's complete to the tight end Sample. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
And this will be touchdown across midfield at the 45-yard line.
1st and 10. At their own 45.
The Baltimore Ravens now 4-1 in 2020. They get the relatively easy win over Cincy Week 5, 27-3. The 4th straight time they've beaten their AFC North rivals. And the Ravens getting their first look at Joe Burrow, and really they were the first one to totally tamp him down, holding him without a touchdown. And what was that you told me, Charles, the 5th time that a reigning MVP had taken on last year's #1 pick?
Yeah, like the previous 4 times, the MVP came out on top. In this game, going into it, when you looked at those two playing against each other, it was almost like professional wrestling. Belt versus belt, wasn't it? Think of the hardware both of them have in their homes that they have accumulated during their time. Not just reigning MVP versus #1 overall pick, but both former Heisman winners going head-to-head. You name it, that matchup had it. And now we got to take a look at what Baltimore has coming up. They go to Philadelphia, a short road trip next week before they get their open week in Week 7. And right now, this schedule is really good for Baltimore in terms of travel. I don't think they get on a plane for like the next 30 days or 40 days or so. So that's really a built-in advantage in a really tough season.
That's good for 28 yards.
This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores.
And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson. What is going on here? 4 first-quarter touchdowns. Unbelievable. And the Ravens add on.
Well, that was...
Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And his throw here's incomplete.
The fake extra point.
I know they're not asking me, but I'll give you my opinion anyway. I think it's time to erase that play from the call sheet. I guess they figure with the big lead they can experiment a little bit. But all in all, just go ahead and put that play on ice.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And Wilson is perfectly content to bring this out to the 25, a touchback.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. Burrow once again here on 2nd and 10. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
Patrick Queen.
Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. Now Burrow loses the football.
And the Ravens have got it.
Oh, yeah!
And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. You talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt, but for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy.
Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. Try to drop one in, but it's incomplete.
The fake extra point.
Well, I have to admit, I'm scratching my head a little bit here trying to make sense of what I just saw. Number 1, huge lead. Just kick the extra point and be done with it. Number 2, if you are going to go for 2, just line up and go for it from the 2-yard line. Why make it so difficult? That's a long way to go to try and pick up some points.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive. Then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they will set up shop red zone territory at the 13-yard line.
I think they're going to have to make some decisions here. That's his 2nd fumble here in the 1st quarter. And what I mean by that is, do you have the confidence to stay with him?
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A 13-yard touchdown run. And this offense is running away with this one.
This defense, so many things to